Hi, so this is about my latest visit to the optician. This is a new optician because I've moved away. I wanted some help to see if I couldn't get my strabismus under a bit better control, and there have been a lot of new developments like that, so I thought it was worth a go. And this is really about how the visit went. I was told the specialist would come in. He was very good at dealing with this. And when I got there, I was asked to do a refractor, the autorefractor test. That's where you look into a little box and they got a balloon or some other object and it goes further and further away. Now, I've had problems with the autorefractor in the past. It's caused a spasm, which makes me look short-sighted when I'm not. But I thought, right, that was over 10 years ago. I have been a lot better. Maybe I'll be a lot more tolerant of it. And what happened then, it was a bit uncomfortable, but I did it. And then we had the Snellen chart, that's the letters on the wall. And I couldn't see anything, which was a bit embarrassing. With my glasses on, I couldn't see anything. So at this point, he was convinced that I was making it up when I said that sometimes I can actually see perfectly well through them. Obviously, that was a little bit weird because I remember the last time going into the optician, I did read the letters through the glasses on 2 occasions. So there was a little back and forth about what could possibly be going on, and he persuaded me, well, look, oh yeah, he didn't appear to know why I'd come, and I said, well, surely you know I wanted maybe some help, maybe some strategies, maybe some exercises to sit, with the strabismus, if there's anything there. That's what I thought was going to happen. So he was a bit surprised at that. So anyway, he persuades me to do the cycloplegic test. He says, okay, that will give it, a baseline. So I'm like, yeah, oh, okay then. Because the last time I had a cycloplegic test, that was getting on for about 10 years ago. It showed mild amounts of long-sightedness in both eyes. So he put the drops in, and I couldn't see anything after that. And the interesting thing was, this is the eye that tends to spasm. As the muscles were relaxing, I found myself really screwing up this eye and just trying not to see out of it. And it wasn't something I could help. It was sort of a bit of an involuntary thing. But anyway, I went back upstairs again, and I could see absolutely nothing. I couldn't even see the big letter, and if you can't see that, you're legally blind. So then he's telling me, well, you're legally blind when you wear these glasses. You have 5% vision, and I looked up 5% vision afterwards. And no, that is actually not my experience with these on. But by this time, he was convinced. But oh yeah, my eyes, they're still really big. This is like 2 whole days later. No, actually, I think 3 whole days later, because I had it done on the... No, 2 whole days later. So had the test on the Thursday. So I was a bit confused at that point, and I went out and I dug up my results from my last optician, and what I had with those, I think if you can see that, but okay, but if you couldn't see it, the right spherical is +1, cylinder +0.5, axis 180. The left spherical is +1.5. That was my last test a couple of years ago. So this eye, this is the one that goes into pseudomyopia. This has the greater extent of long-sightedness, which is weird because this one is going manifestly long-sighted. I need pluses to see distance with this now. But the other prescription, when I went into the optician and got it, it was completely different. So the right eye, it was +75 the spherical, -75 cylindrical, axis 92 he's got here. So that kind of evens it out at 20/20 vision. Well, I can't see distance so well with my eye, with my right eye. So it's not 20/20 vision, whether we're talking myopia or hyperopia. So that is actually a bit confusing. The left eye, he's got -0.25 spherical, -0.5 cylindrical, axis 1.54. And he was actually explaining, well, actually you're a little bit nearsighted. And so that's why I went in to get my results, and I looked at my old results. That last test was only from a couple of years ago. And those are actually both different. We're talking of a difference of 2 diopters in the left eye and 1.5 diopters in the right eye. And when I went in there and I said, look, these results are very different. Maybe we need to look at this. And then the receptionist got cross with me, basically. And I was perfectly polite. But something that big a difference from your last prescription, yeah, you know, you should be asking questions. So she got very cross, she didn't have time, blah-de-blah. And then she gave me a lecture on how it was all in my head, how I wished to see through these glasses, but actually I couldn't. So we left it at that, to be honest. But yeah, I thought about, well, what is the difference here? And the difference seems to be I used the autorefractor. And not only that, he was bringing sticks up quite close to my eyes. And I know that's been a problem in the past. I thought, you know, maybe I can go with it, maybe I can tolerate it. Clearly I couldn't. But it's such a shame that, you know, I don't feel I can go back to have this reassessed, because they made up their minds really on that one assessment. So yeah, I've been looking a bit into autorefractors, and apparently they can give misleading results. I think that will be the topic of another video. But really that is just my experience of what happened. It was all a bit weird. Oh yeah, the cycloplegic drops, it completely knocked me out. I don't know why, because I've had them before. You know, it's not the most pleasant experience in the world. It does kind of make my eye pull out a bit, but you know, I was okay afterwards that time, but I'm still kind of feeling a bit woozy and my eyes are still quite big, so I don't know what's behind that, but there we are, there we have it.